as I've said before, in future. Hey guys, it's your girl Cindy and I'm back again with another video. I trust you guys are having a good time today. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, hi! Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. Guys, in today's video, I just want us to please talk about Cynthia, the Latina woman. Her video is trending on TikTok, and of course, I thought to bring her videos here so we all can see it and talk about it. So Cynthia voted for President Donald Trump knowing that her father was undocumented, but yet she proceeded and voted for President Donald Trump, having heard that President Donald Trump said he was going to do mass deportation. So Cynthia took to TikTok crying and asking for support. He has stage 4 cancer. So she took her video down because obviously people were coming for her. Now she did another video or 2 videos, which I'm going to show you those videos. Stay with me, guys. I just want us to, see her videos and talk about this because I get it. They are deporting illegal immigrants. Fine. But deporting someone that is sick, receiving treatment, I don't know how that sounds, but I mean, the fact that she knew her father was undocumented, she proceeded and voted for President Donald Trump. What was she thinking? Stay with me, guys. Let's see her videos, and of course, I'm going to show you some stitches and some comments. I don't know what to say. Please check these videos out.
I have a meeting tomorrow with ICE and the Florida commissioner, and they'll basically be deciding if they let my terminally ill dad with less than 6 months to live, if they release him, or if they are going to continue to detain him and eventually, pass in their care. They are only giving us 10 minutes in total to speak. So I'm going to be the one doing the speech on behalf of my whole entire family and basically everyone that loves my dad. I'm afraid that I'm going into the meeting with the decision already predetermined for him due to everything going on in the world right now. This couldn't have happened at an even worse time, if that makes sense. I hope that my speech touches the right spot in their heart and they show him mercy and let him come spend what is left. That's weird, my flash turned off. And they let him come spend what is left of his life at home with his family.
So finally, I got hold of the video. Now, in the comment section, someone asked her, update, did they let him leave? Now, she did this video literally crying and responding to that comment. And the video is going viral. And she also did a follow-up video, which I'm going to show you. Stay with me, guys. Let's check these videos out.
No one deserves to go through something like this behind bars. He has lived in Florida for more than half his life and worked for the same construction job for many decades. Every day that goes without him here is a day lost forever. This is about being human, about love, connection, and presence. The one thing he needs the most is the one thing that we're being kept from giving him, which is us. I feel that it would be immoral and inhumane to let a man who is suffering, who is terminally ill, spend what little time he has left in pain and isolation. Please don't let him die in a cell. Please don't let his vital memories be of those of pain and isolation. The American flag stands for compassion, kindness, liberty, and justice for all. We're all human, and today I'm asking for one human act of compassion to please let my dad come home.
Yes, to both of you ladies on the line, thank you for staying with us and providing your testimony. It's a difficult position for us and for y'all. However, I've listened to your testimony carefully. My vote, again, is to deny the request for conditional medical release. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, though.
I listened very closely to your statement, and you used the words that the American flag represents compassion, kindness, liberty, and justice. And those are all the things that we have to take into consideration, both on behalf of the citizens of our state as well as the person whose case we're hearing. And we make the difficult decisions. And so I am going to continue with my previous vote, which was to deny the request for conditional medical release. That would be a majority vote to deny the request for conditional medical release.
So in the comment section of the video that we just watched, someone asked her a question, which I'm going to show you. Now, on your screen is the question. You can please pause to read it, but I'm going to read it out for you. The question says, important question though, would you be taking accountability if your father wasn't incarcerated? Would you still have the same sentiment reciting unity if you had your dad there with you? This is her response. She says, I would 1000% still take accountability. What's happening is completely wrong, whether my dad was with me or not. And honestly, millions of other Hispanics who voted for Trump and are staying silent or pretending they didn't, they should be taking accountability too. Nobody, no family, no child should be going through this. Okay, Cynthia, I don't know if you're gonna say this video, but I'm gonna say this, okay? I am sorry your father is going through this. But I just want to tell you the gospel truth, the honest truth. You didn't care until it hit your front door. You never knew it's gonna happen to you. You never knew it's gonna come back at you. But he told you. The fact that you proceeded and voted for him, knowing the fact that your father, your own father, like, make it make sense. What were you thinking? Obviously, your thought, okay, this is gonna hit only black people. You are trending on TikTok. People are stitching your video, laughing at you because you asked for this. All of this is on you. I'm sorry, I just have to say it the way it is. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to show you a follow-up video that she did. And of course, I'm going to show you some stitches because people are stitching her video. I just want us to hear people's response to her videos. And of course, I'm going to show you some screenshots of comments from her video. Stay with me, guys. Let's check these videos out.
As easy as it would be for me to say that I wasn't thinking when I voted or that I don't watch the news, I had to ask myself the same question that hundreds of you are asking me, is why did I vote the way I did? I've spent the last few days reflecting, and I feel like I came through some sort of revelation, or like blindfolds were ripped off my eyes. I started seeing things differently. I questioned my beliefs, my choices, and my role in all of it. I started to realize that it wasn't just this one choice I made. It was kind of a accumulation of choices I've been making for years. Like, for example, when I had my first daughter, I never taught her Spanish because I didn't care to have her learn Spanish. And after having my second daughter, I kind of knew that I wanted her to speak Spanish because I wanted her to be able to speak with my family and connect with them and have a sense of belonging with them. The hate I received online, although it was harsh, I feel like it was so needed, and I'm so thankful for it because it made me realize things that I was blind to for so many years. I feel like living in South Florida, surrounded by Republican voices, I was brainwashed into thinking I was one of them. I fell for the propaganda, the normalization of cruelty, and I believed the lies that gave me a false sense of security and belonging. I was convinced that voting for Trump was for the economy or against crime, when in reality I was supporting a man and a movement that dehumanizes people. He basically built his platform on targeting immigrants, spreading hate, and pushing policies that ultimately broke families apart. I regret my vote so deeply, and if I could go back and change it, I would. My vote wasn't just a mistake, it was the ultimate betrayal of the very people that I come from. My dad isn't a criminal. He was a hardworking man. He raised me and my 4 siblings, and now he's fighting for his life in a cell. I'm still fighting with everything I have to see if I can get him released so that he's able to spend his final days at home surrounded by his family and his children. When I voted for Trump, I supported the very system that allows this kind of cruelty to happen. That is a choice that I have to live with. Some people have said that my family deserves this, or that I or my dad deserve it, or that it's some sort of justice. But no person deserves to go through anything like this. No person deserves to be ripped away from their family. No one deserves to die alone and sick and far from people who love them. To my family, to my community, to my children, and to every single person who has been affected by the choice that I made, I am so sorry. I've started educating myself on immigration, on the US history, on systematic racism, and how people in power manipulate and try to divide us. I'm reading, listening, learning, and unlearning everything that I thought I knew. And to anyone who is feeling the same regret as I am, I want you guys to know that there's still a way for us to move forward, but it starts with honesty first. Somewhere along the way, I forgot where I came from. I forgot the dirt roads I used to walk down. I forgot the bucket paths I used to take. I forgot my mom's struggle and my dad's sacrifice to come to a brand new country to start a life for all of us. When I voted the way that I did, I turned my back on all of it. I know that a lot of you aren't going to forgive me, and I'm really not expecting anyone to, but I just want everyone to know that I'm going to move forward with more compassion, continue educating myself, and fight for those who can't fight for themselves.
So apparently her father is detained, and now she is educating herself, reading some books, learning and unlearning. So why are you learning all of this in a hard way? You had the chance. People were telling you. The thing is, you do not want to study history. You do not want to read. You do not want to educate yourselves. You guys are running with things that they fed you with. This is why people I don't know. I don't know. Again, I feel for her father. Because this man, like she said, sacrificed for them. And this is how you paid him back. Anyways, you guys, let's just see a few stitches. And I'm going to show you some comments from her comment section because people are still coming for her. Check these videos out.
Tell me why I just seen a video of a Latina woman snorting and snotting because her father, who's terminally ill, has 6 months to live and is undocumented, is currently being detained by ICE, and she has to go to the detention center to try to convince them to let her father out. Mind you, she voted for Trump. Well, she's on here asking for donations, talking about something. We need to come together. We need unity. We need compassion. Oh, so you're Latino and you speak French. Period, bilingual queen. Because oh baby, there's no you and I. We were supposed to come together in November. We were supposed to have unity in November. We were supposed to have compassion for others in November. Not just when it starts to affect us, think about it. And then she talked about she voted for Trump because she was a fan of RFK Jr.'s health plans. I'm going to hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. If you hate your dad, you could just say that. Like, this has gone from bad to J-Lo. You voted for Trump because you liked RFK Jr.'s health plans? The anti-vaxxer? The man who thinks vaccines can cause autism? The man who thinks people have different immune systems based off of their race? The man who cut cancer research funding and is single-handedly destroying the public health for millions of people, including your terminally ill father? Be so fucking for real. You voted for hate. You voted for hate because you thought it was only going to affect other people, and you only care because it's affecting you now. Unfortunately, there's been a tariff placed on thoughts and prayers, so I don't have those for you, but I do hope you continue to get everything you voted for. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
This woman voted for Donald Trump knowing that her terminally ill father was undocumented. Did you hear me? I have never been more confused, disgusted, horrified in my life. And now he has 6 months to live, and you know where he is? In ICE detention. He's going to live out his final days in ICE detention. And his daughter voted for that. She said, bet, this is what he deserves. This is what people like him deserve. And the thing is, she's on this app every day. She calls herself Cynthia the Hot Mom, like trying to do her whole influencer thing. How do you live with yourself? How do you go on every day? How do you wake up in the morning? How do you look at your child? Do you have a conscience? Do you have a soul? Knowing what you did, knowing who you did it to, and of course she's saying now we have to come together. We have to fuck you. And the crazy part is I don't even know whether or not her dad was MAGA either. I know he couldn't vote, but he might have been like, well, I'm not a criminal, so they're not gonna come for me. This is so fucking sick and twisted in my brain. I'm gonna make myself a martini.
Voting for Donald Trump, knowing that your family member has 6 months to live, is crazy work.
No one deserves to go through something like this behind bars.
Why would you do that? Why would you? This man Trump was not playing, beloved. That man was not playing games. He told you what exactly he was going to do. He said, no shorts. Anybody can get it at any day. You knew the risk, beloved. Why? And for everybody that's about to come at me in the comment section, I don't care. Cancel me. Somebody got to give it that tough love. Take this as a lesson, people. Listen to black people. We told you not to vote for this man. He was dead serious about what he was trying to do to y'all, bro. And you ain't listen. And it just cost your pops. Ain't no way under the Kamala administration she was going to sit here and have ICE snatch up a man that got 6 months to live and throw him out the country. No way y'all going to sit here and gaslight me and tell me that. Lord.
Okay, this woman who made a video right here, these two videos. The first video she made was talking about her father being detained by ICE, and she is having a meeting with ICE to determine if he's going to get out or not because he's terminally ill and only has 6 months to live. Why am I making this video? At first, when I saw this video, I was very sad because of what is going on right now in the world, especially with ICE taking families, taking kids. And that put my place on what if that happened to one of my family members, or what if that happens to one of my friends' family members. I come from a first-gen immigrant and also graduated as a first-gen. When I saw this video, I was very upset because this father was terminally ill and he literally only has 6 months to live. I commented like saying sorry, and if there's anything I could help, like I'm willing to help. Then there's somebody who commented on my section and they showed me the screenshot. I don't have it right now, but the screenshot is showing me how she said to another user that she's a Trump supporter. A Trump supporter. You heard that? A Trump supporter. Girlie, you voted for him. So when you're voting for him, you didn't think about your family? Like, what the fuck? So when she realized that her voting for Trump is a big problem, that's why she turned off all her comment section. Girlie, you are the reason why your father is in the detention center instead of his family. This is why you should do your research before voting for someone. I am so fucking mad!
I feel that it would be immoral and inhumane to let a man who is suffering, who is terminally...
So my problem with this is that this girl voted for Trump. I'm going to say that again. This girl voted for Donald J. Trump. Oh no, it's the consequences of my own actions. I mean, not to be an asshole here, but I'm going to be a little bit of an asshole. Why should anyone have sympathy for you Did you not remember that you have an undocumented father in the country when you made your vote? When you casted your vote, did you forget? Did you think Trump was going to give you special exemption privileges because you love him? He was going to have the ICE agents out there and tell them, oh, but not that one. No. He said mass deportation. He was very vocal about how he felt about immigrants in this country. Very vocal. And you still voted for him. I mean, let's say, hypothetically, you didn't give a fuck about anybody else. No other issues that would have affected anyone else from voting for Trump. You should have given a fuck about his immigration policy. You should have known about that. So I'm sorry. It's hard for me to find the sympathy. And then you're going to call ICE and ask them for their sympathy and their understanding when you didn't give a fuck about anybody else. You didn't give a fuck that you were voting against the best interests of so many other fucking people. You didn't give a fuck. The kind of guy that you were voting for was a fucking criminal and also just a deplorable, detestable human being down to his very core. No, you think shit was peaches and cream. So as much as I feel sorry that your terminally ill father cannot be with you, it's fucking sad, which is why you don't vote for people like that. But I can't care too much because you did this to yourself. You know what I mean? I don't know. You reap what you fucking sow, I guess, is the takeaway here. Do better next time, and good luck.
Of pain and isolation.
The one thing your dad needs the most is his family, and that is the one thing that his own daughter kept from him by voting for Trump, because you thought you were white. But this is the most extreme reality check for you, that your proximity to whiteness, that your white husband, your white baby, your white in-laws, your new white family, none of that means you are white. And it's not going to protect you, and it didn't protect your dad. You voted for a man who you knew was immoral and inhumane, who ran on mass deportation and said,
they're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done.
Immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. He's talking about your dad. He's talking about you. But you thought other people would suffer, and you were perfectly okay with that because you thought you were white. So that makes you immoral and inhumane for voting for Trump. And therefore, you voted for your own father, who is suffering, who is terminally ill, to spend what little time he has left in pain and isolation, to die in a cell with his final memories being pain and isolation. You got to spend the rest of your life knowing that this is how your father died because of your vote. This is an extreme example of how pathetically desperate some brown and black people are for white acceptance and white validation. They will trade in their own family and loved ones for it. That self-hate that stems from generations of internalized racism, the need to still assimilate to whiteness, is still so ingrained in so many Latinos, who will erase themselves just to be disposable to people who will never accept them. She's a perfect example. She was dumb enough to let those people use her for her vote, and now she's disposable to them in the worst way possible.
I took some screenshots of comments from her comment section so you guys can see what other people dropped in there. You can please pause to read these comments if you want to. The truth of the matter is, if this was happening to someone else, she wouldn't care. She wouldn't care. Now she has realized her mistakes and now she's regretting her vote. But it is too late. It is. Cynthia didn't consider her father. All this while, she said in her video, she thought that she's white. Who told you? Because you have a lighter skin and you think you are. This is the mistake that some of y'all make. If you are not white, baby, you are not white. You voted for him because you want to be white. You want to be accepted. But alas, you can never be accepted. That is just the truth. How do you sleep at night knowing that your father has only 6 months to live and he is in detention? How would you sleep at night? You brought this to yourself. And here you are on TikTok crying, seeking for empathy. Unfortunately, in her comment section, people are still bashing her Again, I'm so sorry your father is going through this. I don't know if your father is also MAGA. I don't know if your father supported President Donald Trump. But, baby girl, you did this. And I wish you all the best. That's all I can say. Anyways, let me know what you all think again in the comment section, and thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course come back for another one. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Y'all have a lovely day. Bye.